Hello. Hey, hi. My name's Amanda, and I realize I've never introduced myself on this channel before. In case you're new here, this is my booktube channel, but I also talk a lot about art, and that's because I am a full-time artist. It's what I've been doing for basically since the beginning of college, and I love it. It's my passion, it's my drive. It's a great thing, and I'm constantly trying to find ways to connect my two loves, which is reading, to art. Now, recently, I went through a rather big life change, and today that's really going to be the main focus of what I'm talking about with you all. What am I going to be working on though? Because I'm not just going to be talking to you, I am going to be painting while we talk. I have my copy of The Host, and I just recently reread this and talked about it on my channel, and I loved it, and I want to paint the edges. Am I nervous? Yes, I've only painted a few books' edges, but I have a very vivid image in my head of what I'd like to do, and I've collected a mood board of like what I'm inspired by. First things first, I won't be having my phone recording during this part because I'm just going to be taping up and prepping the book, but once we get to the part where I'm actually painting, I will have a time lapse going right here so you guys can see. I'll put it up here what I'm working on. In the meantime, let's chat. My name's Amanda. Like I said, I haven't introduced myself to you all, but you can call me Amanda or you can call me Manda. My middle name is Lynn. That's why my channel name is Manda Lynn. Yes, it sounds like the instrument. My parents didn't realize that when they named me. I think it's cute, and I've gotten over kind of my childish fears of hating my name. That was definitely something I went through, and I don't think I'm alone. I am a full-time artist. I do graphic design full-time. I work at a company. I have a corporate job. How I got into graphic design is that I went to art school. I went to Ringling College of Art and Design. I graduated in 2019, and that was right before the pandemic, which was great. I got out, and it took me a little bit to get a job, but after a couple of months of searching and panicking and trying to figure things out, I got a job as a part-time graphic designer. I really liked that company. I really liked working for them, but I ran into the issue of they could only keep me on part-time, and I really wanted to move out of my parents' house. So I started searching, and I moved jobs to where I am currently at. Now, I do genuinely like my job. I like most of the people I work with. Of course, you're not always going to be totally happy with everyone. And I like, for the most part, what I'm doing. I kind of feel like no job is ever going to be absolutely perfect for you. Some issues did arise somewhat recently. I've been feeling it really ever since I graduated college. I have wanted to work on my own. I have wanted to freelance. I have wanted to create art for people, not for a corporate job. But the problem is corporate jobs will pay the bills quicker than regular individual people, if that makes sense. Like, I can get a corporate job and I can pay my bills easier than I can sit and freelance for months and months and months and build up a repertoire and a portfolio and finally start getting paid what I deserve to be paid for my artwork. It's a lot harder, and I did work at it in college, and I didn't really go anywhere. So after I graduated, I decided just to go straight into corporate working. That was just kind of it for a while. I've always wanted to go back to my roots and always wanted to go back to freelancing and always wanted to figure that out. And recently with my job, unfortunately, things have not been as happy for me as they were when I first started. I genuinely feel like my boss is pushing me out of my creative field. He's pushing me into the types of creativity that I don't want to do. And as an artist at my job, I am more of a generalist than I am like a specific graphic designer. The kinds of things I'm doing are things you could not get other graphic designers to do because they just wouldn't have the skills. I am like a generalist in real life. I enjoy doing lots of different things. So it's hard for me when someone comes to me and is like, I need you to do this thing. No, that's not my job. I was told very early on in my career that you should never say, that's not my job to anything. because if your boss is asking you, then they need you to do it. And I think that that kind of mindset has led me down a road of pain. Now, I know my original boss who told me that was saying it because, you know, if she needed help with something really quickly, or if the trash needed to be taken out, like she didn't want a bunch of people who were like, that's not my job, whatever. But it's led me to a place where like I, at my current job, am doing things that I am very not qualified for. And there have been many times, I've talked about it briefly on my channel in the past, where I have done things that like you need a degree in like something else to do what I'm covering for. It's just led to like a not great place where I'm kind of like the backup person who covers up anything that needs to be covered. Like we're talking non-art things too. We're talking art things, we're talking non-art things. It's just not, it's not good, and it's not what I want to be doing. And I genuinely feel like I am a talented artist who could be making money elsewhere. Anyways, I haven't even gotten to the point of what we're talking about. So recently I've been feeling really burnt out because when you give all of your time every week to someone else's creative vision, and you're doing what they want, and you're so tired when you get home at the end of the day, and then when you get home, you have to work on your booktube channel and your social media presence and getting your name out there, that I felt like I was barely having time to paint or create or to find art that like made me passionate again. I went to my manager and I talked to her about how I was feeling, and I said that moving forward, I wanted to have Fridays off. So right now we're doing a test period of it. This is my first Friday off, and I am working from home. So I'm not working for the company, but I am working. This is my job right now. Working on YouTube, of course, is part of my job. I'd love to turn that into one day down the line into at least some type of monetization. I'm not really too worried about that right now though. Like it's not a main focus or a goal of even really like this year. I also want to start getting freelance work, and the problem comes in where I don't know exactly like what I want to be doing. First few Fridays are going to be a lot of me exploring and experimenting and trying things out and seeing kind of what brings me joy and what excites me. So today I am painting this book and I am chatting with you, and that is a huge like great, like I can check off lots of different tasks with this task. So for one, I am chatting with you all, so you get a video out of it and you get to know me a little bit better, because I don't tend to talk about myself in like the personal sense too much on my channel, and I'd love to start doing that just a little bit more. And then two, I get to paint, which I love painting. That's kind of, I think, where I'm wanting to go, is to become much more of a painter. And then three, I'm going to get content out of this because I'm going to be recording the actual painting. I can put it up on TikTok, I can put it up on Instagram, I can put it on YouTube for you all. And I'm gonna have a book completed when I finish this. Let's just talk about some of the things I think I'm gonna be working on over the next few months, but I don't know, you know, how many of these will actually stick or whatnot. One of the business plans I'm kind of thinking of is, and let me tell you guys, I have so many. If any of them sound like really interesting to you or like something that you would pay someone for, like please let me know down below. But one of the things I'm interested in is painting books for people. So you have a book that you love or that you didn't get a special edition of but you wanted, or you want to give it as a gift or something. You can send me that book, or you can pay for the book and send it to me, or like pay me and I'll go get the book, whatever. And I will paint the edges for you. I'll spray the edges as if it's like a really beautiful, you know, special book. I mean, it would be special, one of a kind book, but I would do it for you instead of someone else doing it. And some of the other things I've done recently is I've been painting murals for my brother, and I'll try to show some pictures. I really enjoyed doing that, and I think that that's definitely something that is needed in my area, is someone who can murals, especially for like kids' nurseries and stuff. I really enjoy doing it. It's a big project. It would be a lot of money because it would take me a lot of time to do, but it would be such a fun thing to do, and I would just really, really enjoy it. One of the other plans that I was kind of thinking about is I have my Etsy store, I have my Redbubble. I don't want to like quit them, although Etsy is definitely kind of pushing its limits with a lot of creators recently. So I don't want to quit them. So I want to keep making like merch. I make some cute merch online that you can buy. I'll try to throw some up here for you all to see just like a few examples of what I sell. I enjoy making that product and then selling it. Really want to get more into painting though. That's kind of my thing. Like I love digital art and I think it's so much fun, but I'd really love to push myself back into painting and become more of a painter. And I miss that absolutely so much. And I'd love to make money off of paintings. So I'm just trying to figure out a way to do that. I have been working on some Hobbit doors. Let me put this piece of tape down and I'll show you. I've been working on these Hobbit doors recently and I absolutely love them. And most of these are already listed on my Etsy, so you can go and purchase them or like them. That also like supports me a lot if you even just like something. I don't think this one's up yet. I don't think any of the ones I'm about to show you are up yet. This one's one of my favorites. It's skinnier. And then I did this one recently. So I want to like paint little cutesy things. I also have been painting like sky and clouds. Okay, look at the art. And last night I did this one out of gouache and I am actually obsessed with it. I really love how it turned out. That one's not listed as of me speaking, but we'll see if it's listed by the time this video goes live. So I love painting. I'd love to sit and paint. I am a watercolor, gouache, acrylic painter. I can do all three. I can do oils, but I prefer not to just because of all the chemicals that are used and needed to do oil painting. Anyways, I'm getting sidetracked. Hold up, let me put this down. So I'm figuring it out. Most of my art will be shared on Instagram. I've kind of decided that I'm going to be using my Instagram as of right now as my platform for my art. And then my TikTok is going to be more so reading and book related. But basically this Friday time is going to be used for me making art, planning out future jobs, planning out future social media posts so that I can like hopefully get some people to, you know, contact me and buy my art. And then it's gonna be used to, I already said creation, but like creation of content that I can post, all that kind of stuff, scheduling things out, figuring things out going forward. How am I feeling about all of this? I am incredibly nervous about all of it. I am nervous that it's gonna be a huge flop and that I am not gonna make any money and that I'm gonna have to go back to my full-time job, which I am starting to, hate's too strong of a word. I'm starting to really resent and I don't want to do it. I'll just say it right now. Like I enjoy the people I work with. I enjoy going in to the office. I don't know if I ever want to fully give it up. I am definitely in the mindset right now where I'm like, this is not what I want to be doing with the rest of my life. And it's starting to wear on me. I hope that this plan and this endeavor and this creative pursuit doesn't fail. I forgot to continue talking about some of the plans that I was going to do. Anyways, this is insane. Some of the other things that I am thinking about doing, making merch for indie authors. So I think there would be a market out there, you know, for people who are writing a book, could not get traditionally published, chose not to get traditionally published, specifically are writing fantasy because that's, you know, what I'm passionate about, sci-fi, horror, whatever. I don't necessarily care. Speculative fiction, let's call it. I would love to make them like a merch line. Basically have them pay me just to do the designs and then they can go forward and get it printed or whatever, and ordered and all of that. You know, I can make postcards, bookmarks, stickers. I can make designs for clothing. I just want to be creating. I feel like I'm starting to ramble and get off track. I even made a list of like everything I wanted to talk about and get through, but of course I have like lost following the list. So I'm gonna try to get back on track with you all and like stay focused right now. But I am about to start the painting. I have covered the book completely except the spine. If this was someone else's, I would cover the spine. But since it's just my copy and the spine is black, I don't totally care. And I'm also going to have to clamp the book shut, and I realize my clamps are underneath you, so we're about to have a slight shift in how you see me. Hello, welcome to like 2 inches lower. Okay, so the book is clamped. Yeah, I need to get like an actual book press so that I can start doing these more often. So one of the things I'm really excited about is because I'm going to be having Fridays off, I'd like to start doing some streams and some live like productivity / reading sprints on my channel. So I'm looking at a couple of different times, and I don't think it would be every week, at least not in the beginning, maybe like every other week or maybe once a month. I got to figure all of that out exactly, and I got to see how well it goes, because if you guys don't want to do it, then like I'm not going to do it. But I'm kind of looking at 3 different times. So I took a poll on one of my recent premieres and asked people to vote on like what time of day is best for them to sprint. And people responded with evenings, which makes total sense. Like people work during the day. So I don't necessarily want to give up my Friday evenings, but as it wouldn't be every single one, I'm okay with that. And also like what am I talking about? I don't do anything on Fridays. Usually Friday evenings are my grocery shopping time. I kind of have 3 times that I'm thinking about doing the sprints. So I would either do them, and this is the one I'm kind of leaning towards, to be honest, Thursday nights, 7 p.m. to 10 p.m. And I live in Eastern Standard Time. I'm thinking about Friday afternoons, maybe like 3 to 5. I know like a lot of people are at work, but that's kind of the time that I seem to fade and the kind of time that I need to like still be working. So that would be really helpful for me to have you guys like keep me accountable. And even if you're at work, like it's productivity sprints, just put them on, right? Like who cares what your boss says? And then the final time would be Friday evenings, probably like 6 or 7 to like 10 p.m. again. Maybe even going to 11. We'd have to see. I am a old lady and I like to go to bed early, and 11 p.m. is past my bedtime. Honestly, 10 p.m. is past my bedtime most nights. I'm tired. That's kind of what I'm thinking. If you have a preference, you can totally leave it in a comment down below, but I will also be doing a poll on my channel soon asking like what time would be best for people. And I also think I'm definitely going to play around and experiment with like all of those times and see kind of how it goes. I am planning on this coming week, so this is coming out on Monday, this coming week doing my first productivity sprint. I haven't decided if it's going to be Thursday night or Friday yet, but based on how the poll goes, that will like help answer that question. Then I don't think I'm going to be doing one the week after. I think I have a video planned for the week after, because the sprint would replace my video so that I wouldn't have too many, unless I like absolutely just need to sprint with you all, because I do enjoy sprinting. I think it's fun. I sprint with my friends a lot, so I'd love to sprint with you guys and like let us connect in a way that we haven't been able to so far. I don't think I really have much more to say, but I haven't started the painting yet, so I guess I'm going to paint this now, and then I'll show you what it looks like at the end, and hopefully we like it. Hopefully we like it a lot. But yeah, basically all that narrows down to is I'm feeling burnt out at my current job. Financially, I am in a place where I can take Fridays off, although I will not financially be in that place forever. I'm hoping to start making money from my art moving forward so that I can replace that, and then eventually one day go full-time just working for myself. I'm trying not to let the nerves get to me. I'm gonna paint, and I'll talk to you guys in a hot minute. Okay, so I'm back much later and I have finished the painting. So I decided to do the scene where Wanderer is wandering the desert, and it just seems endless and like there's no end in sight. And she's just walking and she's losing water and it's feeling really hopeless and she thinks she's going to die. I love that scene. It's a scene I can see so well in my head. So I took inspiration and painted it on the side of this book. I'm really excited about how my first day is going so far, and I still have a few hours left. That's all I'm gonna do with you all today. I hope you really enjoyed this video. I appreciate each and every one of you. Leave me a comment down below how you're feeling right now, how you're doing. Hopefully you're doing really well. Don't remember how my outro goes, but until next time, I'll talk to you in the comments. Bye.